Sasquatch short. I often get asked, because I documented in my books and photos and stuff, why didn't you put a camera out at your house? You claim that the Sasquatch were visiting your house for years. Well, and they were. And why didn't you put cameras up? Well, I did. And yes, I did get some interesting stuff. But, every time I tried to do a video type camera feed, they'd always go away and the activity would completely stop. And trail camera, most of the time they would defeat it by laying it down or putting something directly in front of it. Like here, I'm going to show you some real interesting eye shine video because everybody says, or you did, what did you get? What did you get? Well, this is what I got. But of course, this is back in 2010, 11. But so I put this game trail camera out, and lots of times stuff like this is all I get. They would do that, and then that would be it. You get one or two photos of this whiteout crap, and sometimes the camera would be. That's actually that they blade the camera down. You can see the boards where they blade it down on the deck. So they do this sort of crap. At 6:30 in the morning. I don't know why they do it. But if you go back here, this is probably one of the most interesting captures I've ever had in the backyard. And so this is a stealth cam, and it's set up looking at my backyard. And this is back on 2011, May 4th at 10:58. And the camera set off. Of what I don't know, but it's set off. And if you look over here, right here, you can see there's eye shine, and there's two eyes here, and then a smaller set here. And it appears that something is holding some large thing, Sasquatch, is holding a smaller Sasquatch under its left arm, and they're over here in the neighbor's backyard. This is a dogwood, and they're standing behind the dogwood, probably more in the middle of the yard, looking through a gap in the dogwood tree itself. This is not lights from the house. There are no lights over here. This corner over here has no lights, no nothing. It's just yard. And so, what makes this interesting is number one, I went over and measured, and so this little hole standing from my deck looking back, you'd have to be at least 7.5 foot tall to be able to look through that hole from the ground. So I went and measured that to make sure of the height, and so anyway, so what I want to do is I'll go through them, and we'll look at them. And so here's the first one, and she's got both eyes looking at. I say she. I think it's the female. She's got both eyes looking forward, and this little guy, he's got the left eye. He's kind of got his head cocked sideways. You can kind of see. You can see the left eye and a little bit of the right eye. So, and I got blow up. So here's the next one. You can see she's looking straight at us, and he's now turned his little head. And no, these aren't raccoons levitating and floating in the air. And then here's the next one. It's a good one. You see here. Still looking, and got the little two eyes looking straight at the camera. There they are again. Pretty much the same way. The camera did a burst of like 10 pictures is what it did. of high def. That's the best thing you had back then. That camera, the video was always low def, and this is high def infrared. So you can see there. And then number 6, this one, the baby completely turns its head away. So there's no eye shine at all from the baby. And you can see the mom. If you kind of look, you can see the outline right there. You can see the shoulder and that shoulder standing back there. But anyway, and so let's go on. Number 7. All right, and the baby kind of turns its head to the left, so now you can see the left eye. And mom still got her eyes pointing straight towards the camera. There's the next one. This is number 8. The same thing. Mom kind of looks to her left. Baby still got just basically looking towards mom, so you only see eye shine from the one eye. Number 9, I think, is where we get the little juvenile running around in the backyard. So you got, there's mom, there's the baby. And over here in the neighbor's backyard, you got a single shot. You got a little Billy Bond. We had one that was about 6 foot tall, about 200 pounds, juvenile, that was running around the neighborhood during 2011-12, causing all kinds of havoc, getting the police called on him. I have police reports on it. Police showed up at my house. He was climbing trees, looking at neighbors, looking in the windows of a little girl up the street. We had a quote peeping Tom and a black hoodie. And I believe that's him. He's running wild back there in that backyard. And there's his one eye. And then the final one, the baby looks back towards the camera. See mama, and then there's baby. Turning his back towards, and of course the camera, that's it for the camera. It stops taking. And like I said, the next one's the next morning. And it's right before 6:30. I don't know if I was even up, probably just getting up, and it's laid down on the deck. So, just real quick, other stuff that's happened here, just so you'll say, there's footprints. There's the front of a foot. This is about 11 inches wide. This was a big one. And there's another incident where this is newer, but so here's I look to the other viewer. Hang on. So this is 941 on. This is in 2016. So that's what I get a lot. You get these, something's got its face or eye right in the camera. Maybe a palm, finger, I don't know. So you get that. And you got the second one, 941. Third one. And then whatever was doing its thing removed itself, and you get the backyard. Now, this is after the neighbor put up a privacy fence, and as I was going through here, I noticed there's something right there, and that's a close-up. It sure does look like a face to me. Got the mouth right there, his right eye and the nose, looking over at the fence of the camera. I lighten it up so you can kind of see, and there would be the eyeball, the mouth, the nose, cheek, puffy cheek. Sure does look like it. And there's a close-up. Kind of freaky looking. And the fence height is 7 foot. So whatever this is has to be over 7 foot to look over the fence. So that's a, decent little capture there. So let's go back. And so I did little close-ups, which were pretty cool. So all I did here is I took this and blew it up in the center. So we can kind of see, we can go through and we can see the head movement and the eye movement. So here the baby's not quite looking at us and mom's looking at us. And then now see they're both moved totally and completely looking straight at us. See? Then here pretty much they stayed the same, looking straight at us. The next one they're looking straight at us. See that? All right, there's where the baby turns its head. See? There he is. Gone. So, and all this is this area over here blown up. So there's that gone. Now the baby's back with one left eye. Mama's cocked her head to the left. Maybe talking to the baby or saying something, paying attention to the baby. I say baby, probably juvenile, but obviously small enough for it to hold it in its arm. There again, she's looking more towards it. It's still got one eye looking, it's looking towards mom. Here's the blow up of the single-eyed boy running around the backyard there. Just a single eye shine, and there's mama and baby still. Baby's still got one eye looking, and then there is baby going back, kind of cocking his head to the left enough back towards the camera where you can see the right eye just a little bit. So you can see there, and there. So, so there are some things that happen in the backyard, or did back when they were busy. Somebody one of them walked up close enough to set it off. And then they just were looking at it. They knew the camera was there and they set it off and decided they want to look at it. Why, I don't know. Curious. And they know what the camera is and know what it does, unless they were just saying, hey, okay, we'll give you some eye shine, Scott. Here you go. Because one of them, of course, this is the same way. I don't understand how this got set off. Of course, one of them may have run down there. Who knows what that is? But staying back off the property for sure. Well, I actually don't know how this one got set off either, because it just starts with that one right there. So interesting. Very crazy and interesting. That's just the way it goes. So yeah, they did visit my home. Yeah, I did get some camera shots. There's all the different shots together, and I drew a line around my interpretation of what's going on. You got the mom and holding the baby there. Yeah, the old stealth cam came through, and we got a few, but eventually I gave up, because this is the best I got after having the cameras up in my backyard for 6 or 7 years. Most of the stuff I got was stuff like this right there, just blurs. Cameras would be laid down. One time I hid the camera in the wood pile, and they found it, and they pulled it out of the wood pile and threw it in the middle of the yard. So they weren't happy with me. So like I said, that, and then the footprints and stuff on the side of the house, but that's about as good as it got. So for those curious about why didn't you get any put up a trail camera, I did. And there's what I got. You guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.